Hey, good evening, everybody. Sammy Thunder here. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome to another edition of Start of the Week. Hope everybody had a great weekend. So we had five submissions that I picked, and again, if I didn't pick yours, please do not be discouraged. I will get around to it in future starts of the week. So I will showcase those five, some really good picks. And also, I have one cool pickup that was gifted to me by Mookie and Pete. And I just thought I'd show some cool stuff as well at the end. So stick around for that. And if you're interested in submitting for your cards you want to share, email's right here, sammythundercards@gmail.com. You can go ahead, email me a vertical photo of your card, makes it a lot easier for me, and I'll definitely do my leg of the work and kind of share it with everybody here. So, yeah, definitely email me if you're interested, and let's jump right into it. Wrong screen. All right, so the first card comes from Justin. It's the 1909 German baseball stamps of Cy Young. I've actually come across this particular set of stamps before on eBay. When I was doing my research on what items I wanted to collect, Mathewson is in this set, and so it says there's 44 believed to exist. Big names: Christy Mathewson, Honus Wagner, and Cy Young. There's also stamps of other players, other issues have surfaced from the same set. Let's see what they say here. This is from prewarcards.com that I'm reading from. Uh, Issue includes 38 stamps of baseball players and 6 more featuring only equipment. Originally, the stamps were only in sheets of 35. Um, so there's seems like a little bit of uncertainty. There's some question as to the dating of the stamps due to the presence of a player named Shannon that played for Boston. The only players from near the time of the estimated release of this product are brothers Joe and Red Shannon, who played for the Braves in 1915. Um, let's see what it says here. It seems to indicate the set is dating is incorrect. However, another possibility is that Boston is simply an error, and the actual player is Spike Shannon, who appeared in other pre-war issues. In addition, PSA Pop reports list Shannon as a New York player, so they have record of him being on a corrected stamp as well. So that's pretty cool. I mean, again, big names. The Cy Young, Christy Mathewson, Honus Wagner, Ty Cobb, and Justin has, based on the SGC report from GemRate, there's only two, and Justin has the highest rated SGC copy of this stamp. So, very impressive. Clearly a very scarce item. I know there's such a niche market for stamps because it's not cards, but when you start getting into pre-war stuff, I mean, really, when you get to these big names like Cy Young and Ty Cobb and Mathewson and Honus Wagner, really anything is fair game as far as value goes. So, but nevertheless, I mean, it's really, I love the colors to this. The Maddie one I've had my eye on. I don't know if it's still available on eBay, but Justin, thank you so much for contributing your Cy Young. That looks really cool, and it looks great in the SGC slab. Moving on to James, who submitted his 1954 Red Heart Dog Food Mickey Mantle, one of the really just more desirable Mickey Mantle cards out there. Let's see what we got on this. So, it's a set that I've gotten to know a little bit more of over the year. I don't know too much about it because, I mean, my favorite guy, Willie Mays, is not in it, but you got Stan the Man and Mickey Mantle in this set, both beautiful, stunning cards. The blue background on the Mickey Mantle and the very fire engine red on the Stan card. And the way this would work, let me just say there's 33 cards issued in 3 separate series of 11 unnumbered cards. This is according to Cardboard Connection. Each series was given a distinctive solid background color behind the player's picture in either blue, green, or red. For the design, a diamond shape box appears below the player with the player's name, and his team is listed at the bottom. Backs feature the player's full name, position, team name, as well as a biographical info, and of course a little red heart advertisement to promote the dog food. Let's see. Trying to see if there's anything else. Yeah, so you got 33. And for the pop report, there's a total of 515 graded with SGC. There are 14 3.5s, and there are about 334 Mantles that are higher than a 3.5. But I mean, you look at this one. This one, I mean, what can you say? James has a real eye for centering, and this one is absolutely beautiful. So thank you, James. This one's interesting. I'll be honest, I tried doing some research on this and I could not find much, but I can take a wild guess where this might come from. Neil is presenting us here with the 1908 Victor Publishing Company of Cy Young. Super, super cool looking. It almost looks like a playing card. You have the beautiful dancer on the left. What looks to be, I have to look a little closer, some alcohol with maybe champagne glasses. You have horse races, and of course you have the red heart and the black club, and from a deck of cards. And the card says, "The things that old Cy didn't do made him famous. Copyright 1908 by Victor Publishing Company, New Philadelphia." So I don't have much data behind this card. What I do know is that this is with SGC as a pop report of 4, and Neil is the only one that has one in a 4, and there's only one higher, which I think was like a 4.5. So, I mean, very impressive to get an early card such as this, 1908. Beautiful shot of Cy Young here. I love the little, like, the designs that we talked about. The little the drawing of the dancer, the beverages, the horse racers, and the playing cards. Just a really nice touch. Victor Publishing Company. I don't know if it has anything to do with the record company, but if there's a connection there, that's cool. So, thank you, Neil, for sharing yours, man. Rocket Rick has shared with us the French Bauer Reds from 1963 of John Edwards. I know that Rick and Dom from Steven Sports Cards, they both like this set very much. I want to say that Dom was the one that picked up the Frank Robinson. Really just cool pieces. Not easy to find. There's a pop report of 22 have been graded with PSA. Rick has a 6, and there are 3 other people besides Rick that have a 6, and there's only 5 higher. So they're really cool pieces. When they say they're milk caps, again, I'm not too familiar with this set, but I'd imagine that they were, I don't know if they were like caps on the milk carton or or what have you. You guys can share some more in the comments. I was doing some last minute searches, but I don't know if I was able to get much info on it. But it's a really cool looking piece. I know there's the Pete Rose is a huge one. I'm opening up a website right now, just looking at Nevertheless, I mean, it's a beautiful piece. Just for a milk cap like that, to have such intricate designs, to kind of sketch the player's face out with the cap, and to promote Crossley Field and have the signature of John Edwards, see the Reds in action. Just a cool little collection piece, and it really preserved itself over time. So thank you, Rick, for sharing yours, man. And so we finish off with Sven here, 1962 Topps Venezuelan of Gil Hodges. What more can you really more to say about the Venezuelan cards? They really are a piece of just a stunning piece of work, and so glad that there have been pioneers that have brought these cards back, such as Pat Quinn and a variety of other collectors after. So um, early Venezuelan cards. I want to say was 59 was the first year, but I could be wrong. There might have been some others, but yeah, before that. But uh, it seems like 59 was the first, and then like 62. Beautiful looking Gil Hodges, really nice centering to it. I'm looking at it right now, just from this photo that's on my TV screen here. Beautiful blown up shot of Gil, classic, absolutely classic shot with him at the Mets. There's only 4 graded, and this one has graded a 4. There's only 2 4s that exist, and then there's only 1 higher. So Sven's part of a small company of Gil Hodges Veni collectors from 62. So thank you so much, Sven, for sharing yours. This is super, super cool. So now we're going to go to the showcase, and figured I'll share some stuff with you guys. So let's start with some existing stuff. I don't know if I shared this with you guys, but I got this over the holiday break at an antique shop, and it says on the top, "Watching the kids in Cubs, 3/4 century ball clubs in Waterfront Park in St. Petersburg, Florida," and somebody wrote on in the back, but it says this: the ballpark is packed to capacity when the old timers, averaging 75 years of age and over, play ball on their own diamond at Tropical Waterfront Park, and this is dated 1955. So I have to think that a lot of there's some players here that were part of the dead ball era from the Cubs. That's pretty exciting. So, this one it was a cool little baseball piece I thought was kind of fun, and for any Cubs collector, that could be a really nice piece. Got to show these. I love the Sports Challenge vinyls. Tom Seaver. It's not to celebrate him. It's to kind of show that the Cubs ruined this perfect game, but still a nice looking piece. Of course, got to show Willie Mays when he was with the Mets. Hits his first Met home run. Here's the back. This has not been played. It still has the cellophane around the, the grooves of the record. Always have to show the 1955, I think it's J Publishing of Willie Mays. Paper stock is pretty thin. Sort of see through it here, but super cool piece. Got to show some Seaver face. Yes. And here's another more Seaver face. Not an autograph, unfortunately, but still cool piece. Still really loving the action cartridge. I love the yellow. There's so much going on with this action cartridge. That kind of like that brown looking font. It's so nostalgic. Great looking photo. Love the lines here. Kind of create that framing profile for him. And the back gives you the checklist of all the different players. And of course, you guys are going to have to hear about this all the time. Seaver, 68 Bazooka, in possession. Yes, sir. All right. And, I totally forgot. I'm sorry. Mookie and Pete, man. Mookie and Pete. They brought this, man. A Life magazine. Grandeur of Empire. But it says, you can't really see it, but it says page, I don't know if I can move back, move it forward. Page 77. I need to go to page 77. We need to find out what's in here. I already know, but I'm sharing it with you guys for the first time. So, page 77, and I'm blurry. Hello. Page 77. What could be so important? Well, what does Nolan Ryan like to do? He likes to stick his finger in brine. Look at that middle finger. It almost didn't even fit in that jar, in that nub, man. Pickle brine. What a sweet pickle for a pitcher to be in. Almost every time Nolan Ryan takes his right arm to the mound for the New York Mets, he strikes out about 10 batters, but Ryan, who could be the next Sandy Koufax, has a special burden, a jar of pickle brine, which he carries with him everywhere. And let's go to the next page. Brightness is too much on here. When his blisters go down, his strikeouts add up. Great looking shot of him here. From his rookie season or second year. I think Mookie was saying it was his second year, but so cool, guys. Thank you, guys. Thank you, Mookie. Thank you, Pete, for thinking of me to share this magazine with me. It's a cool little piece, and definitely will keep it preserved. All right, guys, that wraps it up. Let's go back to the main frame. That wraps it up. Hope you guys have a good start to your week. We will catch up soon. Have a great rest of your night. Take care.